Hello, welcome to Compare Contrast Classes, Tales of the Valiant versus D&D 5e. Today we're comparing the Warlock from D&D 5e and Tales of the Valiant and telling what differences are between the two systems. I hope you enjoy. Let's start with a small change between D&D 5e and Tales of the Valiant. In D&D 5e, these are the proficiencies you start out with, but in Tales of the Valiant, you gain two new proficiencies in medium armor and shields. A major change between the Warlock in D&D 5e and Tales of the Valiant. In D&D 5e, the Warlock's Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, while in Tales of the Valiant, Eldritch Blast is a feature only allowed by the Warlock. Now on to some major changes. In D&D 5e, Pact Magic allowed you to cast spells at the first level of two cantrips, some spell slots as Pact Magic, which only spell slots of the highest level you can cast, which basically means you can only cast spells at the highest level and you only get like 2 or 3 spell slots. In Tales of the Valiant, this has been changed significantly. You get spellcasting at second level, you gain your 2 cantrips at second level, but Eldritch Blast is no longer a cantrip, it's a feature for Warlocks, so that doesn't really matter for most Warlocks. And you're a half caster instead of a whatever a Warlock was. So basically, you gain more spell slots of lower levels you can use. Another major change from Tales of the Valiant to from D&D 5e is in D&D 5e you gain your otherworldly patron or subclass at first level, but in Tales of the Valiant you get your Warlock subclass at third level. Another major change between D&D 5e and Tales of the Valiant is the Pack Boon feature. In D&D 5e you get that at third level, but in Tales of the Valiant you get it at first level. And now for a new feature exclusive to Tales of the Valiant, Enhance Boon. At 6th level you get a power to enhance one of your pack boons, and if you have more than one you can choose one to enhance. So, Pack of the Blade, you can attack with your pack weapon twice instead of once. Pack of the Chain, when you complete a short or long rest you gain a temporary hit points equal to your proficiency plus your charisma modifier. In addition, when you make an attack against a creature within 5 feet of your familiar, your familiar can use the reaction to give you advantage. And lastly, Pack of the Tome. You can now inscribe rituals in your Book of Shadows. Choose 2 rituals of first or second circle in any combinations from the words ritual list. The rituals appear in your book and don't count against the number of spells you know. With the Book of Shadows in hand, you can choose the chosen rituals. On your adventures, you can add word rituals you find in the Book of Shadows if the ritual circle equal 2 or less than half your Warlock level, rounded up. And if you can spare the time, you can translate the spell and inscribe it into your book. For each level of the spell, it takes 2 hours and 50 gold costs for the rare inks needed to inscribe it into your ritual book. And another exclusive feature to Tales of the Valiant, heroic boons. For every class, you get a heroic boon at 10th level, and you get to choose between 2 features to be your heroic boon. For Warlock, it's Echo of Knowledge. You learn a first level circle and one second level circle of your choice from any spell list. They count as word spell you own. The chosen spells can't be rituals, and they don't count against the total spells known. These spells are added to your list of pack spells and can be cast expending a use of pack magic or expending a word spell slot as normal. Or Echoes of Power. When you successfully hit with one of your Eldritch Blast beams and roll a 10 on a damage die, you can roll a d10 again and add the result an extra force damage dealt by that beam. Both these options are pretty good, I say. A feature removed in Tales of the Valiant, but it is still in D&D 5e, is Mystic Arcanum. At 11th level, your patron bestows you a magical secret called an Arcanum. Choose a 6th level spell from a Warlock spell list as Arcanum. You can cast the Arcanum spell once without expending a spell slot. You must finish a long rest before you do it again. And you gain higher level versions at 7th level spell slots at 13th level, 8th level spell slots at 15th level, and 9th level spell slots at 17th level. And regain all these mythical Arcanum after a long rest. This is basically recharging long rest spells, 1 day spells for Warlocks. A feature exclusive to Tales of the Valiant in this case is Patron's Favor. You can call upon your patron's power by extending your pack magic feature to cast any spell you know at 5th level or lower from any spell list. And the last change between Tales of the Valiant and D&D 5e. In D&D 5e, you get Eldritch Master at 20th level. You can draw on your inner reserves of Mystic Power while training your patron to regain expended spell slots. You can spend 1 minute in training your patron for aid to regain all your expended spell slots from your pack magic feature. Once you regain all your spell slots with this feature, you must finish a long rest before you can do so again. In Tales of the Valiant, it's very similar. Eldritch Master, if you start your turn with no uses of pack magic remaining, you can beseech your patron to immediately restore all expended uses, no action required, and you must finish a long rest before you can use this feature again. The main difference is it costs no action to recover your slots and pack magic. And also, spell slots in Tales of the Valiant work different, so I think it's a little bit of an upgrade. Thank you for watching my video. Like and subscribe if you like this video or watch some of my other videos.